Hey, good morning. Jimmy Kimmel is back. And it's because of you demonstrating outside of Disney headquarters, canceling your Disney subscription, calling local stations. There's no altruism here from Disney. It's all about dollars and cents. So that's why I have this, oops, almost fell off the chair, have this sign up today. It was from one of the first demonstrations. Power, the power is ours and we have to use it every day. So I'm Susan Fogel. This is my first video for my new YouTube channel. And I've been coming up with, well, I've got a lot of ideas. I like to talk. And my background is going to change depending on my subject. But I'm trying to come up with a name. Now my blog is Flamingo Feminista, and that says it all. And I have an amazing flamingo wearing a straw hat, polka dot hat band, carrying a shopping bag. Her sunglasses have windshield wipers on them. And those of you who know me know that's a perfect fit for me. And I have banners and everything made, but I don't care to be arguing in the comments section with the small-minded people that are afraid of the word feminist. Then I also have rebel threads, which would still use the flamingo and has so many meanings. It could be thread, like I used to sew. It could be a thread in a chat on the internet. It could be the threads that connect us, the threads that bind us. So I'm thinking about that one too. I'd love to hear your ideas. And then, of course, there's Susan Fogel. I could just use my name. I actually do have a channel I started that was just my name. So this channel it's about me, but it's about you. I'm 75 years old. And in July of 2018, 7 years ago, my life changed irrevocably. My beloved husband of 36 years chose to refuse intrusive, painful treatment that would have extended his life maybe a month. And I signed the release for him to refuse that treatment. At first, he decided to start treatment and took dialysis. I was opposed to it, but I'm pro-choice. It's his body, and I signed the release. And after the first treatment, he came back, because it's not the way it is in the U.S. This was in Mexico. You don't get a recliner with a video of pretty fish and a book to read. You're in literally a plastic tent in a room with a nurse sitting next to you telling you not to move at all. He came back and he said, I've got to rethink that decision. And I was all for him not doing horrible things to his body. Anyway, like I said, my life changed irrevocably. I stayed in Mexico another 18 months. And one day I was driving up the rutted dirt road that went to my gated community. And I didn't always live in a gated community. And it wasn't that gated, exclusive kind of thing, which had a private road. And as I'm on that rutted road, I realized it just washed over me. I'm alone. Yes, I have good friends. Yes, they took care of me a lot in the beginning, but they have lives. And I missed my kids, my daughter and my son. So I came back. So 5 years ago, I landed here in Florida, in the greater Tampa Bay area. I call it a wide space in the road. There's not a whole lot going on culturally. The only coffee shop in my area is a Starbucks that's basically a drive-through. And if I'm in there, sometimes I have to demand that they wait on me because they have a line of cars. So again, my life changed. I gave up my beautiful home with a view and a pool and an outdoor kitchen to be in a little villa. And yesterday I hated my house and I hated Florida because I was trying to set up to film for you, to say hello and introduce myself, but I had to move my sewing machine, I had to set up the light that's behind me and set up the tripod, and nothing I touched worked. Things were falling. I said, this can't work, because every time I have an idea, I'm going to have to try to seize the moment, but first I have to set up. So I spent the morning again looking for places, and I'm in my guest room in a corner, and right here to the right is the guest room closet, but it's full of my clothes. I have 3 closets. All my clothes are in them. And I put up this poster because the theme for today is power to the people. We've always had the power, we have to exercise it. And you, as a woman over 60, over 70, 75 like me, on your way to 80 or older, you have power to make your own decisions, to handle your own money, to decide how involved you want to get with a significant other, male or female, and whether you want to move them into your house or just keep them at arm's length. And these are things that I've had to deal with. In the beginning, I wanted to find another perfect soul like my beloved husband. And I'm never going to find someone like him. Even my lesbian friends loved him. They always asked if he had a sister. So I've come in this 5 years to realize I'm okay on my own. I've got money in the bank. I have a small income. I created a community of friends here in the middle of red Florida. And I'm making videos now. I sew most of my own clothes. This is old, but I did make it. And I will, on occasion, talk about that. I'm not a style advisor. I am not going to talk about trends. Oh, I'm thinking this is a microphone. It's my remote. See, I have to practice. I'm good in front of the camera, but I... Okay, it's going to be raw. My videos are going to be raw. There's not going to be a lot of fancy editing. If I knock over the camera, I'll set it up again. Put the remote down. I don't need to hold it out in front of me. So if that distracted you, I'm sorry. If the crooked sign distracts you, well, I live my life on the slant because I've always had a problem with vision, and especially with this eye. I don't have the best depth perception. And when my husband would be hanging a picture or something from me, he'd say, "Is it level?" And I'd say, "Perfect." And he'd raise the right side a little bit. So I don't try to make things straight. On my handmade goods, I have a label. I deliberately put the label on a slant. I could never get it perfectly straight, so I deliberately slant it because I live my life on a slant. Things fall off my sewing machine. I'm looking on the floor for them. I trip over things. I'm not a klutz, it's the vision issue. Now, I can drive because I have these special contact lenses that are great for distance, but I still have to wear readers for close-up work. And so I want to talk about making a YouTube channel. I have a lot of videos up. I had no idea really what I was doing. I was doing them to help women understand about Medicare and reverse mortgages, and it was really just for a little business I had. That business is gone. I'm done with mortgages. 35 plus years doing mortgages in California and Mexico. I am done. So I've got those videos and I may rework them. So I've been listening to the gurus. I don't want to make $10,000 a month. It's just not in my physical ability anymore. And I want to be able to sew. I want to go out with friends, go to the beach, go to lunch, go to a movie. I don't want to be tied to trying to make videos. And I almost got caught up in that. But because my little villa doesn't have a lot of light, I did buy a light. I bought a screen that would mirror the screen because I'm using the front-facing camera, the 3 cameras, because you get better quality. But I really can't see if I tested, and I'm pretty sure I'm in the screen. I'll lean back now, and just in case. So I spent a whole day yesterday being pissed off and downright angry. I got a lot of stuff done around the house to work off my anger and ended up watching the sunset with a friend out on Pine Island, which is very pretty. So today I spent another segment of too much time getting set up. So I'm in my guest room in this corner, and I can leave these things pretty much set up. And if I have a guest, then I'll take it down. Looks like we may not, I shouldn't say it. I do have a guest during hurricanes. Last year, she was with me for 3 different hurricanes because she lives on a canal. So that's my story. It's going to be about love and laughter, loss and resilience. We have to stay strong right now. We have to fight any way we can to save our democracy and save our sanity. So we can't always be talking to Democrats that are not really doing their job for us. We can't always be out marching. We do have to do things for our soul. And this channel is to bring what I've learned in 75 years, what I've learned because I lived for 20 years in Mexico, and how I came from hating it there to really feeling bad about leaving it. And I miss many things about Mexico, especially my friends there. This is about how I said this already, how I moved here knowing only 2 people and creating a community, and ending up as the president of the Democratic Club in just like 2 years. And I didn't know, other than my 2 friends, one other Democrat at the time. Yeah, and I'm going to talk politics. I'm not afraid to talk politics. I am a liberal. Actually, I'm far left of the Democrats and proud of it. But I need a home for voting. I have to vote in the primaries. That's why I'm registered that way. But I take them to task. I expect them to do their job, which is to uphold and protect the Constitution and thereby protect the American people. So this is getting long. I'm still thinking about whether my channel should be Flamingo Feminista, Rebel Threads, or just plain old, but there's nothing plain about me, Susan Fogel. I would love to hear in the comments what you think. Resist, be strong, be resilient, and wear whatever the hell you want. Oh, I hope it recorded.